more and more stuff that just made it tedious. Where's the viewpoint? Exactly, Ross. But that was another... That's exactly what I'm saying. That's another thing that he took away. Like, I had a lot of fun taking the honey truck to the churchyard and dumping it in the churchyard or putting it on people's gardens. You know, it was all part of the fun. But he just, you know, took that away. Said, no, no, no. You'll be taxed. And then people say, why don't you play it anymore? Well, maybe that's why. I'm going to snip for a bio break, I'm afraid. That coffee's gone through me. Yeah, setting your house on fire. I mean, you know. And then the electric bill. Remember that, when he brought in electric bills?
The famous chair such glory much wow.
Lol, Valencia. You guys are mad. You literally talk to the chair when I'm not here. You just say psychiatrist, all of you. I wonder what that is. It's bugging me now. What is that? I don't know about Mombazoo. I think Captain Jack's been playing it. Green card becoming your friend was off, but the worst thing was when the keys were in so you didn't have to van from start. Yeah, that was tedious. Like, you don't start off with your uncle's vehicles anymore, you know? So you had to borrow that American one from the mechanic guy. Like I say, he just went too far with some of it. Took the fun out of it. Scrap mechanic, I don't know. I did see updates to it this year.
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested as a child. Hashtag if you know, you know.
Paul Punter Boy. No, Lee, I don't have Windows 11 personally. I have Windows 10, but, you know, I think Windows 11's probably matured up a bit now, so I don't see why you wouldn't go for it. If I built a new PC, I'd probably try 11 straight away, see what it's like. And if I didn't like it, I'd go back to 10. And this happens with every Windows major update. This happens. I mean, if you're on the latest Intel, you need Windows 11 anyway, don't you? Because you need the Windows 11 scheduler. Still have 3 years until Windows 10 support runs out. They'll probably extend it, I think. There'll still be a lot of Windows 10 installations out there. Switch to Linux, why? You don't like Microsoft, okay? So how are you going to play games? Or are you just going to play Linux-only games? Zeno, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Or maybe, I don't know, figure it out before you make the switch is what I'd do. Like, go through a list of stuff you want to play. Because every time some new game comes out, you're going to sit there thinking, well, I can't play that. And I can't play that. Oh, I can play that one. You know, how much you hate Microsoft is going to get in the way of your own gaming experience. You watch videos from LTT on gaming on Linux, good luck. I mean, you know, it's possible, some people do it, but you have a friend that dual boots Linux to games. Yeah, that's an option, dual booting. Yeah, I don't think Microsoft is that hateable anymore. You know, when it was Bill Gates and the cocaine lord in charge, what was his name? His second in command, that's when it was the most hateable because of what they were doing to the industry. Mr. Ballmer. Like those two, you know, That, I think, for me, that's when it was my peak of Microsoft discontent, shall we call it. It's the company's approach that generally gets up my nose. The way they try to sort of exclude others out of the market and assert dominance. That's what I don't like. But yeah, Ballmer was absolutely mad. Developers. And they're Twix. I mean, is there anybody in chat who has never seen Steve Ballmer on stage when he was given a press release and he saw it and he was doing the whole developers dance? If you've never seen that, Steve Ballmer. He was at the Microsoft Developer Conference, right? Second in command of Microsoft. Been there since the company start with Bill Gates. Second in command. You don't know who he is. What? Do you know Bill Gates started Microsoft? Steve Ballmer was the second in command. And he went to the Microsoft Developer Conference. And he'd clearly taken cocaine. And he was skipping. This guy is like 50 years old. He's a big guy. And he's skipping around on stage, jumping up and down, going, developers. And he's getting out of breath. He's so unfit. And there's like sweat all down his shirt. And it's one of those genuinely shocking things. Second in command at Microsoft, one of the biggest companies in the world. Just like a drug-fueled presentation. It's on YouTube. Crazy. It was in the 90s, yeah. I think it was 90s or early 2000s. I think it was 90s, though. Yeah, he was like, that was it. Developers. Watch it. I think Egregious just posted it. It's just unbelievable. But for me, that was peak Microsoft discontent. When you see things like that. This was the man who was in charge of Microsoft development. Martin Light, thank you for 38 months. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Martin. This URL, thank you for gifting a sub to Steve Ballmer. Welcome, Steve Ballmer. As if you found a Steve Ballmer. Right, so now we're going back up the road. Why have we... Oh, we've got to get out of here now. Yeah, he does. And he probably is about to have a heart attack because he's so pumped up on drugs. I mean, that dance he's done on stage has been used as like an internet meme gif more than once. Windows, oh yeah, September 2000, yeah. Mr. Jamer, thank you very much. Thank you for gifting 5 subs, Jamer. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Can we get some Squirrel gifts in chat for Jamer? If you just got a sub, please give him a thank you. 25 billion years. Yep, not surprised. I imagine he's not doing what Gates is doing and giving it all away. Anonymous, thank you for the gift to Cocaine is awesome. Lol. Wait, we got another vantage point. Oh, we've done this one. Bridge high. A rubbish joke, egregious. Like, that was genuinely rubbish. Inspection station, here we go. We like third time lucky, or third time. We've not been pulled over yet. I think this time we will. Isn't this cruise control? Oh, it's closed anyway. Did I really hit that? Did I really hit that? Or was that a hitbox? Like, seriously? Somebody look back. Somebody watch that back. Did I like, catch it with a mud flap? Felt like I was okay. Interestingly enough about that is I didn't take a single bit of damage. And of course the vehicles behind me are tooting the horn. Coops, thank you for 4 months. There's a discoverable coming up here. Big country views. Not so clear lake now, is it? You wish to live under that bridge, really? It's quite a canyon there. Can you run concrete trucks? No. Alan's Law 50 states 2030. Car, thank you for 22 months. Look, how many states have they done and how many's left? Work that out. $11 done, 39 to go. Okay, and how long did it take to do 11? Over 6 years. Okay, so we'll knock out a year because they changed the scale of it. So released in 2016. Then they changed the scale of the mapping, which set them back a year. Then COVID, so set them back another year. So let's be nice and say 4 years. So 4 years to do 11 states. And they've got 39 left. So that's another 12 years plus another 3 states. So that's another 16 years. But they'll probably ramp it up. So I'm thinking maybe 2030 they'll get it done. If they improve the pipeline. Some of the states are a lot smaller, right? So they'll probably hoover them up in one release, maybe 2 states in one release, maybe. Some of the other ones are flat and boring, Dakota, whatever, Kansas. So I still think finger in the wind, 2030. Well, yes and no, Carl. You know, as they get more east, there's some beautiful scenery they need to pick up. And then once they get towards New York, it'll get busy again. Still, you know, plenty of years of development ahead. Oh no, we're going to be late. Sleepy Town. think you'll ever get that capture? I don't. You know, I've spoken about that to them directly years ago. I don't think they'll do it. Yeah, they would have done it by now, Haven, because, like, one of the challenges with allowing you to get out of the truck is the maps were never set up for that. They were never built to allow you to walk around. So they'd have to, like, go back over all the map and make sure it's safe for you to walk around. So the nearest they've got is when you're in your truck configuring it, you can walk around or simulate walking around in the garage. That's about as good as you're ever going to get, I think. Wheelbase is a SimuCube Pro 2, whatever it is. SimuCube 2 Pro. It's on my specs page. You run the specs command, go to that page, and you'll see rig equipment, studio equipment stuff. Yeah, I don't go I used to have Fanatec stuff. I left Fanatec stuff behind because I don't like the ecosystem. It kind of closes you into it. Like with SimuCube, I can put whatever wheel I want on there. So I kind of like that. Like I have different pedals, different wheel, different wheelbase. Whereas Fanatec is built to work with Fanatec stuff. See you later, Donknader. Oh, there's a bit of a hill climb going on here. Well, yeah, a bit like Apple, Chris. But I kind of like the integration that I get with Apple. So I kind of like that ecosystem. But when it comes to the racing stuff, I don't want that. I want choice when it comes to racing equipment. Whereas with my phone and my laptop and my iPad, like I'm happy to be in that ecosystem because it's super convenient. 30 miles left. We're going to be a little bit late with this drop. The thing you can't find specs is the gear stick. Is that not in there? Well, that's a Thrustmaster TH8A shifter. That should be on there. And that's an SKRS that should also be on there. So if that's not on there, I need to get it added. But admittedly, they don't really have a shop. They have like a Facebook page. And I haven't checked if they're still actually making them since before COVID. A new viewpoints. Blimey. Another one? SKRS link is dead. What, the one in the command? So they have moved their Facebook page, have they? It was an eBay link. Do they not have a Facebook page now or something? They used to. What the heck? Welcome to Fort Stockton. Well, okay. eBay page has changed. Pups, have we not got it on the have we not got it on my store page at all? Because it needs to be on there, doesn't it? Maybe it's missing. Meep meep. Is there another company that makes similar product? There was one that went bust years ago. In a rather acrimonious fashion. They did indeed, L. Phillips. They did indeed. Not good. Yeah, it's alright, Lightning Disc. Just put one foot in front of the other every day, like you do. I think the lights in Texas are too small. Considering Texans like big things, those lights are really small. It's under the name Alma, Elk, SKRS name now instead of... Wait, I've never heard of that name for them. They've always been Alma. They've always been Alma SKRS. I've never heard of Befferture, whoever that is. Definitely getting fined for this. Well, that's strange for him. Very strange, because it was always called Alma. Alma SKRS used to have a Facebook page, and from there you could message them and buy one. Company was, but the eBay account wasn't. Oh, of course you want it reversing in there. Why wouldn't you? Bet you can't even drive through, can you? Right, here we go. They always do this. Feasibly, you should be able to drive through this, but I bet you they block it. There it is. There it is. There's the block right there. This is the block. And even if I make it through here, they'll be like, oh, there you go. And there's the other block. Called it. Absolutely called it. I knew they'd do that. Oh, sorry. We left a forklift at the back end, and oh yeah, he's left his trailer a bit far back. Do apologise. Can you reverse it? Yeah, that one there that pups that Choco Monkey just posted. Have a look at that, because they were a Polish company. We got there late. Wow, 51 minutes late, and they took 51 minutes late, and they've taken about 20% of my XP. It's just brutal. I couldn't give a hoot about this, but this just annoys me. Level 48 hype indeed. What's this one? Wichita Falls, Lubbock, Fort Stockton, San Angelo, Longview, Del Rio, and Corpus Christi. Yeah, like I say, Captain Flint, I don't mind being harsh penalties for money because it's urgent, but the XP just annoys me. Like, I'd rather it be set up on that screen. I'd rather it be set up, right? We got the stuff there. We got it there safely. It wasn't trashed, so we should get XP for all of those things. We should get all of our profile bonuses that we have. We should get all of that. There should be a bonus XP that you can get, which should be quite high for urgent delivery. And if you get it there on time, you get that bonus. But all the base XP you should still get because you did the job. But then you get a bonus because you got it there on time. Not like, here's a load of XP. Oh, we're just whacking XP away. If you're late, no, you shouldn't. Okay, so explain this to me, J-War. Did I just drive like 6 or whatever 100 miles in a truck and get my cargo to its destination safely 51 minutes late after an entire day of driving, and you're telling me I shouldn't get XP? How does that make any sense? Financially, I should be penalized because I took a contract and I didn't get it there on time because I was sightseeing, but that's my problem. But in terms of experience, I still did everything I would have done. If I'd have got it here earlier, I'd have still got the same experience, wouldn't I? Let's go over there. There's no such thing as XP points. Of course there is. Not points, but there's experience. This is what I'm saying. This is why XP should not come into the equation. Because experience is something that you get by doing. If you take if you drive a truck from A to B, you get more experience of driving a truck. This is why it shouldn't come into it. You shouldn't be penalized. And what Elsinore just said, I didn't even take damage. I got here without taking damage. The trailer is intact. My delivery is intact. That's experience. Yeah, but arguably, okay, so Captain Flint, right? Are you telling me if I take an urgent delivery and I am late because somebody crashes their car in the carriageway, right, and I get stuck in a traffic jam for 2 hours, are you telling me I should lose experience because I'm late? Truckers FM, thank you for 200 bits. Anyway, it's another one of those things that isn't going to change, but... Wow, this is a weird junction. That's a weird junction. Why did I just go straight over there? Why did it send me this way? Do not enter? Wait, what? I go... No. Palankas. What? Okay, so IRL, if you're late, what are you penalised? What are you penalised? Are you deducted money, perhaps? Do you not receive your bonus? Money. You deducted money. Yeah? I don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that. At all. I agree with it. But how can you take experience away from me? Wow, it's gone dark. I got some. That's not answering my question. How can you take experience away from me because I was late? If anything, I should get more experience because I was on the road longer. So I can argue that point. Well, that's where I semi-agree with you, right? So if experience represents doing the job well, then you shouldn't be penalised. It should be a bonus-driven system. You do the job well, you get a fat bonus of XP. You were late. No, you was late. Were is plural. You was late. And I know I was late. What is your point? How can you take XP from me because I am late? Well, if you want to think of it as reputation, call it reputation. Imp, thank you for 47 months, tier 2. Imp, do you know the answer to this question, Imp? While you're here. You may have seen the new AMD cards support AV1 encoding. Just wondering, do you know if Twitch has got any plans to allow AV1 encoding instead of H.264? It's a bit like the UK right now. I can't go to an AMD GPU unless Twitch supports AV1 encoding. I can do my recording in AV1, even though I think YouTube doesn't yet support AV1 either. On the horizon back there's a pump jack, you see it? I'm not against an AMD GPU now, but I can't do it unless I can do record and stream with it, because I rely on the encoder chips. Well, Kodiak, they're not going to change it, so it's irrelevant. Wow, it's still raining. Didn't expect that. AMD is less likely to burn yet. Well, I know that I'm getting a 300 watt GPU, whereas if I get Nvidia, God knows what I'm getting. Okay. El Paso. Van Horn. Maybe get up to El Paso. That would be nice. We can make it to here. What time is it? Oh, wow. It's 20 to 8. Blimey. El Paso. There we go. Let's go. 48 tons. Woo! No chance of hauling that. This should be fun. That'll be a good last delivery, won't it? When does it end? 3 hours and 56. Let's do it. There's no way we're ready for heavy cargo, but it's fine. We'll make it work. We shall make it work. Get out that way, get out this way as well. I can't get over the size of a 4090, yet alone the power draw. Just the sheer, like the sheer volume of it. What are they thinking? Like, take a company like Apple are doing the right thing. Apple are making a CPU that just takes ridiculously small amounts of power and does ridiculously large amounts of work with it. Nvidia is such a big company that they should be investing heavily in that tech. That's what they should be doing. Not every year just cranking up the power draw, cranking up the size, and then there you go, more frames. Yeah, cool. Let me just switch on my generator so I can run the darn thing. And then just cranking the price up. Well, they did try to buy ARM, and I'm so glad they didn't get to buy ARM. But Apple didn't do that. Apple didn't buy ARM. They bought some other RISC company. I can't remember which one it was now. They bought some other RISC company, brought it in-house, and then spent, like, in the run-up to the N1 chip, Apple spent about 7 years in R&D, just building up to that moment. They moved away from PowerPC, went to Intel, and then within about 1 or 2 years of being with Intel, they went, no, we need to go RISC, and they spent like 7 years getting to that point. Like, that's long-term thinking. I really hope it brightens up. This is going to be a tricky haul at night. Doing well, Granola Girl. I don't feel like the lights on this truck illuminate the road as well as they should. Danny, I'm not against it at all. I would if it will do what I need. We'll see. You know, I'm going to wait till I'm going to wait to see what the results are. But you know, I need to know what Twitch are doing and what YouTube are doing. Like, if they're moving to AV1, it's a no-brainer. Do you know what? I don't think I should have come this way. Yeah, exactly. It's all on paper right now, Danny. Until we get these things in the tester's hands, it's all a bit of a moot point. It's promising, but no more. AV1 would be a good solution. We've been saying that for years. Thanks, Tim. Like, YouTube needs to go AV1 as well. I'm pretty certain all the browsers can support it. There was always a debate whether we'd get H.265 or AV1. But if AMD are chucking AV1 in the cards, it kind of implies that's the direction things are going. Because they won't have taken that decision in isolation. It's a big boy. Well, the AMD cards are a lot cheaper. They're like $1,000, aren't they? Compared to, what, 1,500? Let's go that way. I don't think we're going to get that unless we come back the other way on it. We'll see. Google's going H.265. Well, it's not too bad with, you know, with Premiere you can bring it in one format and export it in another. It's not too bad. But with Live, it's a completely different proposition. I could probably tell OBS to stream and record in AV1 and then when I handbrake it, stop! Muppet. You muppet. That guy just didn't even try and stop. When I handbrake it, just tell it to make it into 265 or something. It depends what you need to do with it, Danny. Which one's in house? Nvidia had a post saying they were working with Twitch to support AV1 for the 30 series. It was apparently being worked on at one point, but the news dried up. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Trekking's been going pretty well. We've managed to more or less run the perimeter of Texas, which is nice. Does not have onboard hardware. It has an encoder chip, not social. It has two specific encoder chips inside the 3090. I think the 2080 had two and the 1080 had one, I can't remember. No, they both encode, Danny, because if you can basically... I record and stream, and it uses both chips, one for each one. So it takes the same image, one encodes it for Twitch, and the other chip encodes it onto the hard drive, but at a different bit rate. Which is why you watch... If you go to SquirrelPlus and watch a video, you'll notice the bit rate is a lot higher than when you watched it on Twitch. And that's the same card, just recording it in a different bit rate to what it's sending to Twitch. Because it's like 6 megabits on Twitch and 14 or 15 on SquirrelPlus. CMD go LGA with AM5. Yeah, nobody wants damaged pins, it's annoying. No, OBS does the recording, Danny. It does re-encode the videos, but the more, if you look at the YouTube guidelines, it tells you how many to give it anyway. Ideally, if you give it a high resolution, it will re-encode it down and keep the information. But it always re-encodes your videos, yeah. But the more information you give it, it can re-encode a better quality image, if that makes sense. Well, I had to do a lot of testing to figure out the settings. No, you won't get 14 back. I give it 14. You won't get 14 back. It'll re-encode it. There's no way YouTube is going to store 14 megabit videos for everybody. It's not going to do it. Not unless they're like 4K or something. What is interesting about the AMD card is the fact they put a DisplayPort 2.1 on that, and AMD stuck like a 1.4A on the brand new 4090 card, and that's just that's a crazy decision. That really is. Like, why would they put a 1.4A DisplayPort spec on a brand new 4090 card? Night Owl. Night Owl, watch the finger. I called it. I said it would happen. Yeah, we should get an emote that's like a waggy finger. A bit like Dennis Nedry on Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's not just £700 you save, Danny. Think of the power draw. It's the running cost. A lot of people ignore running costs. They shouldn't. Shouldn't ignore running costs. Oh, am I going to be able to drive through this? Eek. Where's the actual... should be able to loop this. You pulled over in that exact spot. Does it really? Does it look genuinely like what you see then? Fortnite doesn't use that much power from what you've seen in the benchmarks. Are you sure about that? My current 3090 will pull 380 watts. So a 4090, pretty certain that's it. I've seen Dave, he's had hold of the card. It pulls over 400 watts. All this cutscene time, I think, comes out of your job time. So it makes you late for your job. It's a bit annoying. It shouldn't. If you engage cutscene mode, it should literally pause the job. I would argue it should just freeze time as well. Don't fly my room, scumbag. Yeah, but you can't fly in the air in real life, can you? So it should just suspend reality, basically. I imagine arriving at your job destination and they go, okay, sir, so according to our records, you are 21 minutes late for your urgent job. So we're going to deduct you $600 and 250 XP because, and I quote, you were flying around in the air looking at scenes of a nearby town. How do you plead? It's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. If you're watching a cutscene, freeze your job. You shouldn't be penalised for it. I'm free to use my drone. Okay. Yeah, you could just argue he was taking drone footage, yeah? Let's do that. Mr. Truck Driver, you were taking drone footage. You know you was, so we're deducting you money and experience. Guilty as charged. Why am I wearing gloves? I think we have a command for that. Or remember? I think it's something like, why gloves? There it is. If Twitch moved to 1440, would you make the move to 1440? That's a tricky one, Danny. That's a tricky one. See, right now, this main screen here is 1080, as is that main screen over there. So, if I play a game, my scenes are all set up for 1080. If I went 1440 on that monitor, what would I do on this monitor? Replace this for a 1440? Because if I didn't, I'd have to deal with different resolutions and different scenes when I play games on the two different monitors. That would be painful. In theory, it's actually better if I just go to 4K, because I can at least just half the resolution to go to 1080 when I stream. So it's not a simple one when you do the YouTubes. No, it's not that old, and it cost me like £800, so I really don't want to replace it. It's a very good monitor. What are those little like teepee tent things down the side? Like picnic areas? Attempted to play U-boat and got tired, blown out the water and blown out my hair, so I returned. Really tried to like it. Dude, you know, I don't know what, you saw me yesterday. You saw me on those tutorials. The game makes it hard to get into. I keep saying, I think there's a good game on the other side of that massive wall. Not surprised, Matty. I wasn't expecting an easy game. In fact, you know, for a submarine sim, you don't want an easy game. But I expect the game to be able to sort of help me to get into it so that I can enjoy it. I'm sure once you start going out there sinking proper stuff, it becomes really fun. But I've got to get to that point. Well, that's what the publisher's there for. I think it's Playaway, isn't it? Stay Away Games publishing it. Scumbag lights, seriously. It takes an ice age to get up to speed. .4 miles. 4 miles, really, though. I get penalised now because I had to wait at this light, wait at that light. By the time I get this dropped off, you're late. At least I can turn right here. You're hungry, Captain Flint. You keep spotting pizza houses.
Well, I got to skedaddle. Thanks everyone for a great day and hope to catch you next weekend. SquirrelPlus.
Thanks, Ponce Boy. Have a good one. Skedaddle. I love it. Should have put another D in there. I'd have probably said skedaddle then. a rumble in the clutch. Don't have any motors on the clutch.
Skedaddle.
Well, that was close. That was close. Most people don't use clutch pedals though, Phillips. That's why. There's no surprise you can buy 2 pedal setups. It would be nice. But then so would force feedback on a yoke. That'd be kind of nice as well. I seem to remember, Ty, when I was at the Flight Sim show back in, what was it, 2019? Honeycomb were definitely talking about making a version of the yoke with force feedback on it, and there was another company around that time that was going to do the same thing. I've not seen anybody do it yet. That's an excellent piece of driving from you, sir. I mean, you know, you've clearly got right of way to join me. Well done. That's a big 10-4 thumbs up. And now my trailer won't move because it's catching on the back of his truck. The best thing is I got fined for it. That's the best thing about it, is I got fined. He joined my carriage, drove into the side of me, and I get fined. ADR, thank you for the raid. Welcome, guys.
That damn driver gave a huge scratch in depths. Unbelievable.
I didn't maintain my lane to the turn. Dude, have you seen the trailer? Would you like to explain to me how to get that around that 90-degree left turn and stay on the inside lane without the whole trailer catching down the inside? How does that work? You'd kind of think the other truck driver, being a truck driver himself, would be like filtering off and going, oh look, there's a giant load turning in front of me. I'll just stop. I'll just stop. Well, you need to go and drive a truck then, Covert Lego, because you need to understand how trucks work, I'd suggest. You know how to dish out tickets, but really don't seem to understand how trucks turn. Look at these guys giving way. Look at these. They're like, he's got a big load, I'll just give way. Where are we going with this? I like this drop-off point. Massive distribution hub. Look at this. Everything on a Texas scale. I love it. What a drop-off point. Yeah, just leave it in the middle there. It'll be fine. Yeah, just anywhere there. That's good. Won't block anybody. Just here? Yeah, it's fine. Seriously, look at the size of this place. Look at that. Oh, it's an airport. Even better. It's a cargo distribution hub. Fantastic. Look at this. Anybody heard of Globalian Cargo? No? Not surprised. Oh, it's like a Boeing. Wait, has he got his APU on? Starliban Cargo. Where's he going? Is he gonna... Do you reckon he's going here, or is he gonna line up and take off? What do you reckon? 50-50. Is he gonna turn right, turn left? Oh. Maybe he's gonna line up? He's going for it. He's going for it. He's not even put his lights on. He's not even got nav lights. Unbelievable. Punch it, Chewy. Let's go. You might want to throttle up a bit, pal. Yeah, a bit more. You might need a bit more airspeed. Yeah, go on. You can... He's leaving it a bit late, I think. Yeah, he's not doing it, is he? He's just doing donuts. That's what he's doing. Sad times. Meanwhile... I'm not surprised he didn't try and take off. He's probably just told Tower there are houses on the runway. Ooh, I like the way they move. Okay, well, that's a thing. Let's have a look over here. Whoa, hello. Interesting kind of... That's not a beluga. Dude, what is this? It's like a turboprop beluga thing. A guppy. The original beluga. Look at that. That's freakish. So many windows. Look at the reflection. Look at the reflection there. You'd fly that, really? Oh, hello. You got right mix going on here. Security, obviously. I would probably put that somewhere else. Maybe somewhere high up and not next to the footpath, I'm thinking. I'll probably move that. Maybe up on the tower or somewhere, you know? Does anybody know what he's doing? Leaf blowing. They are some of the thinnest trucks I've ever seen. They are seriously thin. Look at that. I'm curious as to why they made 3D trailers but then 2D trucks. It's like they saved on graphics on one thing, but then loads of 3D trailers and then a few 2D trucks. I don't get it. What's this? El Paso International Airport. Hey. This is where we came in, isn't it? Came in over here, I think. Eee. Right, anyway, that's enough for today. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you enjoyed yourself and had a great weekend.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
It is game over, Captain Flint. Thank you very much. Well, have a good week ahead. When I join you next weekend, in theory, I should have my solar panels up, but we'll see how it goes. They're going up this week, so that'll be fun. If I suddenly can't stream next weekend, it's because it didn't go well and my electricity doesn't work. But I'm sure I'll tell you all about it next weekend. I'm sure it'll go swimmingly. Not in winter, Neverine. Not going to happen, is it? Yeah, we'll have some more stories next week, I'm sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your support as ever. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to STS for sending me a key to Texas. Looks pretty good, and it's pretty big, all in all. We've done that in 8 hours, so you can see there's plenty for next weekend to do. Plenty. So we'll crack on next weekend and try and fill in some of the rest. Get to every city, try and visit all the viewing platforms. See if there's any hidden roads we can spot. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. That is it from me. Have a great week ahead. Thank you very much to the mod team. Jay and Tom, I think, currently modding. Thank you, guys. And I shall see you all next week. Have a good week ahead. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Love you all. Good night.